We need to get back to basics on how we're going to deal with inflation and other issues, and telling it in a much more simple way, talking about our accomplishments. But look, it isn't going to get fixed overnight. And right now, the president of the United States is Donald Trump. Republicans are in control of Congress. They're currently in recess rather than doing anything about inflation. Donald Trump was in front of the White House today claiming that he's crushed inflation, which is objectively false. If you were celebrating over the 4th of July right now, you had record beef prices,
Do you know what
record
the inflation
alcohol
rate
prices.
is?
Yeah, it's like about 3 or 4%.
No, it's below 3. And it's been a long time since it's gotten there. You're looking at 2.5% inflation now.
Donald Trump promised to make grocery prices go down on day one. He promised.
That's Kamala Harris's former advisor confidently mocking Trump's inflation claims until he gets fact-checked on air and can't even name the rate. That's the modern Democrats, though. Loud, wrong, and totally unprepared for reality. Welcome to Nerk News. I'm Nerkish, and it looks like Democrats are learning the hard way that facts don't care about their propaganda, because even their own charts and talking points are starting to work against them. And the hilarious part is that they're too arrogant to notice. I mean, this is what happens when you spend years gaslighting people about inflation while pretending Biden's economy is thriving. Here's Mike Nellis embarrassing himself live on Fox News after getting called out for trying to rewrite Trump's economic record.
Make housing prices go down on day one. We're 6 months in.
Prices have definitely come down. They could go down more. I'll give you that.
They haven't come down. Inflation's still going up, and it's rising according to the latest stats.
Yeah. It's just not. That's not the case. Inflation has come down. Inflation, by nature, is growth in prices, but the growth is.
I mean, here's the thing. You want to talk about where the Democratic Party's gone wrong? Is that we spent the last couple of years telling people that the economy was good when it wasn't.
All right. So how do you solve inflation?
What's the same mistake?
What's the Democrat pitch?
Well, right now we're going to have to work with companies to try to get these prices down. And the first thing that I would do is stop this idiotic tariff war that's driving all the prices up.
Matt?
They had 4 years. Remember, they had 4 years, okay? Donald Trump has been president since the dawn of time. They had 4 years. They called it transitory. They didn't give a darn about it. They totally denied reality for 4 years. And actually, if you don't believe me, Democrats got embarrassed yesterday on X because they posted a chart that showed how low inflation was during the Trump years and how it skyrocketed during the Biden years, and they thought it was some sort of proof point. Again, they had 4 years to get
keep in mind is that there was a global inflationary crisis.
And finally, oh yeah, here we go again. Again, Biden had 4 years
Democrats didn't do enough to address it, but it's worse now than it was when Donald Trump took over 6 months ago.
And there you go. Now it's our turn.
You're not going to be able to gaslight the American people into believing that the economy is strong when it isn't.
All right. We'll let everybody go do their homework.
You did it for 4 years.
Okay.
I mean, you know it's bad when the best attack the Democrats can muster is Trump crushed inflation, but not the right way. Nellis tries calling it objectively false while not even knowing what the current number is. Trump brought inflation down with tariffs, energy dominance, and real leadership. Biden brought it up with $6 trillion in spending and lectures about vibes. This isn't just a gaffe, it's a window into how clueless they are. Here's Fox and Friends proving that this isn't a one-off by discussing how Democrats tried to own Trump on X and inadvertently destroyed their own narrative.
So the Democrats thought they would highlight that Donald Trump has not brought prices down immediately. So they put out a graph and put on social media this that says basically Donald Trump has raised prices since he took over. The problem is the graph tells a different story.
So it's not to mention that they couldn't read the graph, but it's something deeper than that. If you're an average day American, even if you're the person that posted this, you don't go to the grocery store. You can't tell the difference between the egg prices under Joe Biden versus that. You should be able to look at your own personal experience before you post that graph.
They were saying that all of these prices have gone up in 2025. That's what the headline read. But when you read the graph, the highest points were during Joe Biden's administration. And so this is the White House's response. You can see they highlighted it in red. When it was the highest, it was under Joe Biden.
Right. So they deleted it off. So obviously,
the Democrats deleted it.
Yeah, obviously an own goal by the Democratic Party. So, like, for example, they say a lot of dairy prices are down, right? Eggs are down 53%, something ridiculously low. But meat is high. Yeah. So the president's got to focus on that. And guess what the president did yesterday? He got Australia to buy our beef for the first time. Yeah. So he's constantly moving stuff, which, on a side note, it's kind of disturbing. I know the Epstein story is interest, and I know the Tulsi Gabbard revelations are important, and I know the Joe Biden investigation happens. But if you really want to know what affects the American people, it's the economic deals that are being cut, the moves, the executive orders that are that are working for farmers. And things like, for example, we're moving the agricultural department actually where the farms are. And there's so much going on that really affects people's lives, let alone national security. Those three major stories are basically the reality show. And what the president's doing actually with the executive orders and his policies is the real show.
Well, that's why he's leading in that the new Fox polling when it comes to national security, immigration, government spending, and when you go to the economy and foreign policy as well.
Look at the border. Look at the border. 0 people getting across.
You know, this is what happens when Democrats try to get clever with numbers. They end up proving Trump right without even realizing it. I mean, the chart they posted showed grocery prices flat under Trump, then exploding under Biden. Eggs up 70%, coffee and beef through the roof, cumulative grocery inflation over 25%. It's all there in their own graphic. And they had to delete it because it completely torched their narrative. And of course, the establishment media didn't say a word because they spent years gaslighting Americans about inflation. They called it transitory, blamed Putin, greedy corporations, and even you for not appreciating Biden's so-called recovery. When people couldn't afford groceries, they rolled out charts and told us everything was fine. Now they're caught red-handed, and they still want applause for cleaning up a mess they made. It's not just incompetence, it's coordinated denial. But let me know what you think. Was this the most hilariously pathetic attempt yet by Democrats to rewrite the economic record? Let me know in the comments, and if you enjoyed this video, please give it a like and subscribe to the channel. That stuff really does help us out. Until then, this has been Nerk News. Thanks for watching. Bye!